Alright, g'day YouTube! So, you might have missed it, but just got this EnGL, this older, used EnGL 4x12 extra large cabinet. It's got British vintage 30's in it, and I want to do a direct comparison between the almighty Mesa 4x12 with British vintage 30's in it. So, let's do it! Alright, just high gain riffs. That's all I'm interested in. Wow, man, what a massive difference between these two cabinets. I mean, they've got the exact same speakers. British vintage 30's, and the tone difference is so different. Isn't it that Spectre sound studio guy that keeps saying that the most important difference in tone is swapping the speakers? I don't know if he's mentioned this before, but it appears that, you know, a different cabinet makes some of the biggest differences, at least in my experience anyway. So if you've made it this far, you might notice I did 3 different tests. I did micing the cabinets up with 2 mics each in the same position, slightly right off the cone, same distance away, and there's such a massive difference. I did 3 in the room mics blended together, slightly back from the cabinets, and I also did a 1 mic comparison, which was a little bit further back still. And yeah, the differences are the same across all tests. And I sat there in the room and compared A to B, and yeah, the recordings verify it. You know, it confirms what I'm hearing in the room. The Mesa cabinet has a lot more mids in it. The EnGL is boomier and it's got more low end, which makes sense because it's a much wider cabinet, taller cabinet, if it had wheels. The wood's thicker, so yeah, it's boomier. It's got a lot more like low mids, but the mid range is sort of scooped out. So it's quite scooped, and the highs are sort of smooth. So yeah, man, it's a lot different to the Mesa cabinet. But bear in mind, if I wanted this cabinet to sound like that one, I'll just have to cut out some of the bass and then increase the mids a couple notches, and I'm sure I can get them to sound very similar. But yeah, but just with the same amp settings, comparing the two, man, yeah, I don't know what I prefer, man. I like both these cabinets equally, but it's just so different. I do, however, like the fact that this has a metal grill on it instead of this flimsy, you know, material that rips easy. Not as easy as the Harley Benton one, but still it rips like that. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know in the comment section which one you preferred. Yeah. And if you enjoyed the video, please, can you please consider liking and subscribing. More content coming. That's it for this one. Kudos.